Your ex-girlfriend from a past life became disabled to save you. Because of that, even with his top-tier talent, he only awakened an F-level power in the end. So you kicked him away without hesitation. But unexpectedly, he had a fateful encounter later on, and his talent was repaired and leveled up. When the ice goddess sought revenge against you, she discovered you were already dead. Her mind snapped for a moment, and she was besieged by countless deadly enemies. These are the memories of the body's original owner when you crossed over. The memories of the original owner of this body. They instantly shattered your worldview. That guy is a total ungrateful jerk. Qingsu, don't be afraid. I'll always protect you. Even though the Qingsu was feeling down, she was still moved. Thank you for sticking with me no matter what. But just as you finished speaking, a mysterious voice suddenly echoed. Like hell I'd believe you. Once you awaken your 3S level talent later, you'll dump me. This time, now that I've been reborn, I, the Qingsu, will personally kill you. Looking at the Qingsu's touched expression, you wore a shocked look. What is going on? Can you read other people's minds or something? Congratulations, host, on binding the goddess luck system. Any goddess this body has ever wronged can be bound. System has automatically bound the ice goddess, the Qingsu. Host can perfectly eavesdrop on the Qingsu's inner thoughts. While you were spacing out, Qingsu urged you to get on stage and awaken. Hurry up and get on stage. If you don't, you'll miss your chance. You snapped back to reality and stepped onto the awakening platform.
A flash of golden light appeared.
You successfully awakened the unique 3S level ability God's Hand. This power lets you copy any elemental skill. At first, you were quite happy about it, but then the Qingsu's thoughts resounded again. So what if you have God's Hand? You're still doomed to die young in this life. But this time, the one who kills you will be me, the Qingsu. Just as you were left speechless, the crowd below started gossiping. How could someone with such amazing talent date a useless girlfriend? He'd be better off with me. I have an extreme ice attribute talent, after all. What a bunch of people who judge by appearances. Such petty jerks. If you want to break up with me, just hurry up and do it. Today's humiliation in public will be repaid 100-fold by me in the future. Looks like this woman truly hates the original owner of this body. But you're not that scumbag. Then you took out your portable microphone. Today I have something to announce to everyone. The Qingsu in the audience watched you seriously. This scene was exactly the same as her past life. Is it finally happening? Even though I've been through this once already, why does my heart still hurt? Do I still love him? He could have broken up with me in private, but instead, he had to humiliate me in public. Later on, he even killed my parents. I feel nothing but endless hatred, not love, for him. You took a deep breath on stage. Even though Qingsu only awakened an F-level talent, I won't abandon her because of it. I hope you all remember this. If anyone dares to badmouth her in front of me in the future, I'll beat their teeth in. As soon as you finished speaking, the Qingsu was totally stunned. He should have been saying something terrible to humiliate me. Was all the torment in my past life and all my godly achievements just a dream? No way, that's impossible. Now that I've been reborn again, I've kept some of my power as the ice goddess from my previous life. Could being reborn have changed something? While the Qingsu was still dazed, you got off stage and gave her a big hug. Don't worry, Qingsu. I won't leave you. You really won't leave me? If you really want to, I won't stand in the way of your bright future. Even though she said that, after much inner struggle, the Qingsu still felt your selfish personality would never change. There must be some scheme waiting for her. Just then, an icy voice came through. Who in your academy awakened a 3S level ability? The person was Zhang Han, a mentoring teacher from Imperial Academy. She walked up to you with a charming smile. You have what it takes for a recommendation to Imperial Academy. This filled your heart with joy. Imperial Academy is the top ability school. Even students at the bottom of their class there are highly sought after by all sorts of powerful organizations. Seeing this, the Qingsu thought to herself, it really is him. You're the mentor who once discovered and helped me. A top-level awakened one in the Kyushu team almost ascended to godhood. But you were betrayed by this scumbag and finally died in the demon martial waters. After hearing the Qingsu's inner voice, you couldn't help but get a headache. How is there another woman who suffered because of you? Meanwhile, Teacher Jiang was sizing you up closely. Long time no see. The rebel disciple I poured all my resources into. That was Teacher Jiang's true thoughts. He also came back through reincarnation. This body? Just how many women did the original owner hurt? Right now, you really wanted to drag out the original soul and give him a massive beatdown. I, as your master, didn't give you. My heart of thunder raged because I was worried you weren't mature enough. Couldn't control it. If you didn't try to snatch it, I would have given it to you eventually. But you held a grudge and ambushed me during my critical ascension to Thunder God. Your betrayal really broke my heart as your teacher. A barrage of scolding thoughts made my scalp tingle. On one side, you barely managed to calm the Qingsu down. And then there's another resentful one, who's every bit as strong as her Jiang Han. Who would have thought someone as impressive as you would end up in the body of such a jerk? Why are you zoning out? Show off your 3's level talent. Teacher Jiang knew perfectly well inside. In the previous life, as soon as you copied his Thunderband spell, you used it directly on him. Back then, he thought nothing of it, assuming you just couldn't control your power after awakening. Thinking back now, you always intended to betray your teacher. Will you copy that forbidden spell again this time? You thought hard about it and decided to copy it anyway. But something had to change. Otherwise, you'd be repeating the exact same path. Copying Violet Thunder shakes the heavens, just like in the past life. Jiang Han stared intently at the thundercloud-filled sky, but unexpectedly. This time, the lightning didn't strike him. Instead, it struck you while you were casting the spell. Jiang Han frowned slightly. Why is the violet lightning getting closer and closer? But my heart is getting more and more anxious. Do I actually have feelings for this rebellious disciple? Jiang Han's mind was in utter turmoil. Should I just let him be struck by the lightning and die? Or intervene and forcefully stop it? In the end, her hands moved before her head did, and she forcibly halted the rampaging violet lightning. You, pale-faced, let out a long breath. Looks like your gamble paid off. Although Teacher Jiang hates you, there are still some lingering feelings. You hope this will keep her calm for now. You need to solve the Qingsu's problems first. Right now, the Qingsu was just as stunned. According to her memories, you were supposed to strike Teacher Jiang. Her emotions went from shock and confusion to slowly turning into worry and fear. Ended up crying in the end. Your true feelings kept echoing in your mind. I just want to kill him with my own hands to resolve my inner demons. That's letting him off too easy. You unfaithful jerk. I can't die just like this. This really took you by surprise. I originally planned to use this move against Mr. Jiang. Didn't expect to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. It also changed the Qingsu's state of mind. Thank you, Mr. Jiang, for saving my life. When you grow up one day, you'll definitely protect him. Jiang Han heard this, but his expression stayed calm. This punk actually said he'd protect me. I thank heaven if he doesn't kill me. He felt so confused at the moment. Didn't want to stay here another second. After sharing the orientation time, you quickly left. You turned to look at the Qingsu, whose face was still wet with tears, and hugged her tightly. Why are you crying? Is it because you were worried I'd get struck by lightning? The Qingsu pretended she didn't care. Let go of me. There are a lot of people around. We're a couple. So what's wrong with that? At the same time, his inner voice kept repeating. Who went through thick and thin with you? Ooh, this unfaithful jerk. What's up with today? Nothing is going according to plan at all. Hearing this, the corners of your mouth tugged upwards slightly. This is just an appetizer. Now that I can read minds, I'll definitely make you fall in love with me again. And just like that, the Qingsu and you, carrying the power of the river god, returned home. He planned to wait until evening, to go and find the opportunity to restore his divine soul from his past life. That way, he could protect his parents from being killed by you again. The Qingsu's parents are your adoptive parents. Today, from the moment you walked in, you kept calling them uncle and aunt, but suddenly changed and called them dad and mom. This made both of them very happy. The Qingsu couldn't understand why his parents liked this ungrateful guy so much. Time ticked past to 2:30 in the morning. The Qingsu finally had some alone time. He snuck out to the Lost Lands to look for his past life's hidden chance. But what he didn't realize was that you were right behind him, tailing him all the way, and dodging all sorts of dangers the whole time. The Chingsu quickly pinpointed the location and found the genetic essence you need to restore your divine soul. It's in the exact eastern part of the main hall, along with the god-tier treasures and weapons from his past life. Once my divine soul is repaired, I'll rely on those treasures and weapons. And just wait, you unfaithful jerk! Lost in these thoughts, the Chingsu grinned confidently. What a coincidence, you're here too. I know it's tough to wake up with an S-rank talent, but you absolutely can't do anything stupid. At the sound of your voice, the Chingsu's smile froze instantly. Crap, he can't find out, or else I'll lose all the treasures and opportunities. As he anxiously looked for a place to hide, you suddenly dashed out and hugged him. I was so worried about you. The Chingsu fought to keep a neutral face despite his panic, putting on a calm act to reassure you. I'm sorry, I was too reckless. Let's hurry home. It made my heart burst with happiness. Trying to talk me into leaving? Too late, Chingsu said. Could we have stumbled into some secret realm? Maybe we'll find some treasures here to boost our power. Hearing this, the Chingsu was nearly dying of anxiety inside. All those treasures are mine. Don't you dare try them out. Hearing his inner voice, whatever he was worried about, that's exactly what you'd open. In no time, Chingsu, you'd rummage through all his past life's treasures. Such a powerful frost attribute. What you were holding was his favorite frost wings from his past life. The Chingsu was a mess inside, but managed to keep a calm surface. This treasure is ice-based. Could you give it to me? That way I could protect myself. You put on a wise and caring look toward him. Chingsu, your level is too low. Giving it to me now is the only way it'll be useful. When you get stronger in the future, I'll give it back to you. The Chingsu mumbled a reply, but inside she was about to lose it. You unfaithful jerk. One day I'll kill you. Let's check over there next. And that's exactly where the gene essence for soul restoration was. The Chingsu looked completely hopeless. If you lose any other treasure, you can always go find something else. But I absolutely cannot lose this one. Otherwise I'd be useless for life, suddenly. You shout from not far away. Chingsu, come and see. There are words on this bottle. It's for enhancing soul strength. A gene potion to repair souls. It might be able to heal your soul. Do you want to give it a try? The Chingsu seriously doubts she heard wrong. Are you sure you want to give it to me? It's not a big deal for me. You should use it instead. The Chingsu looks at the gene potion handed to her. She finally stops cursing me as a heartless jerk in her heart. Then she doesn't hesitate anymore. Skillfully opens the bottle cap and drinks it all at once. But because the effect is so strong, the Chingsu starts rolling on the ground in pain. It hurts so much. Seeing this scene, you can't help but worry, until you hear her inner voice. This potion works just like in my last life. But if it can repair my soul, this bit of pain is nothing. Even though you know she's not in danger, seeing Chingsu struggling in pain, you still hold her in your arms. Because of your comfort, her recovery this time is much faster than in her previous life. After absorbing the full effect of the potion, Chingsu's power is restored to 3S level. She can't wait to try out her ability. But just as she uses her skill, she stiffens instantly in your arms. She got too carried away. Forgot you were right next to her. Oh no, I forgot this heartless jerk is here too. Why did I just regain my power and start showing off? You try to speak. Wow, not bad, Chingsu. You recovered your soul and instantly comprehended. Such a powerful ice skill. You probably aren't F-Rank anymore, right? Caught red-handed, the Chingsu can only nod. Thank you, Brother Tianming, for giving me the soul gene potion. Chingsu is really not F-Rank now. So what rank are you now? You're just trying to sound her out. Trying to see how much your persuasion changed her attitude. I'm a rank now. Brother Tianming, but that's still nowhere near your SS rank. Even though he gave me the potion, and I'm really touched, but I still can't tell him that I'm also SS rank. You listen to her excuses, and her wariness inside, a little disappointed, but still happy with today's progress. You go along with her words expressionlessly. An rank ice ability is already impressive. Keep working hard. In just a few days, at the National Awakener exam. Try to get into a top-level Awakener Academy. Yeah, I'll work hard. I want to get into the Imperial Earth Academy. That way, I can stay with Brother Tianming, who's got a guaranteed admission. As soon as she says that, the Qingsu is stunned herself. What am I thinking? Why am I falling for this heartless jerk again? The Qingsu, did you forget? You got tricked to death by his sweet words in your last life. But in this life, he's really different. If it were before, he would have kept the potion for himself. He wouldn't have given it to me at all. The Qingsu battles with herself inside. You've already turned around, walking toward the end of the Great Hall to Xingyao. That's where Xingyao is. Now with my soul restored, I'm like him. I'm SSS-Rank. I can't let him take this last treasure. If he's already thinking of stealing, you suddenly turn around and call him. There's something glowing on the gears of this giant clock. Qingsu, come over. Let's check it out together. The Qingsu instantly feels guilty and quickly responds, catching up. Brother Tianming, you act as if you know nothing. Pick up Xingyao and pretend to be surprised. This is such a beautiful key. Looks just like the starry sky. I can sense it. This thing is called Xingyao. It contains the power of the stars. Another treasure. Qingsu, you really are my lucky star. Coming in here with you. I found so many treasures. As soon as you say that, the Qingsu is instantly annoyed. This secret realm was found thanks to his past life memories. All these treasures should have been his. But besides the potion, you got everything? She's full of resentment. But suddenly her eyes widen. Xingyao in your hand bursts into brilliant starlight, drawing a starry mirror in midair. In the mirror, a scene slowly appears, a star palace floating in the eternal night sky. So beautiful. The Qingsu can't help but exclaim. The view zooms into the depths of the palace, where an angel sits surrounded by starlight, with pure white wings. Floating behind her is a giant Xingyao, identical to the one in your hand. As you and the Qingsu focus on it, the sleeping angel suddenly opens her eyes. Her gaze pierces through the mirror, locking onto you. Her red lips move slightly. I see you. You hear it clearly. But when the Qingsu hears it, it becomes a mind-shattering demonic voice. Blood tears stream from her eyes. She hugs her head, shaking all over. Her mind is filled with bizarre whispers. If this keeps up, she'll lose her mind eventually and die insane. You don't hesitate for a second. Smash the starry mirror in front of you with one punch. The instant before the mirror shatters, the angel stares at you relentlessly, leaving one last sentence. I'll find you sooner or later and send you back to your world. The demonic voice fades away instantly. The Qingsu collapses unconscious. You stay by her side, recapping what just happened in your mind. But what's more important is the newly awakened the Qingsu. The Qingsu slowly opens her eyes. You immediately speak. Xingshu, you finally woke up. You look so tortured by that angel's torment. You really scared me. She quickly recalls what happened before passing out, stares at you blankly. You saved me. I broke the starry world created by Xingyao. Then the angel disappeared. Thank you, Brother Tianming. The Qingsu's eyes turn red instantly. Her feelings in turmoil. First he gave me the potion, helped me repair my soul, restored my SS rank, and saved me when I was about to die. He's nothing like he was in my past life. Did my rebirth really change him? Was it really his old self who ruined my family? This time, my parents are still alive. He hasn't hurt me either. If he's really changed for the better, is there really any reason to kill the one who's always protected me in this life, just for the sake of what happened before? Maybe I should believe in him one more time. He deserves my trust in this life. You listen to her heart and can't help but smile. At least I don't have to worry anymore about getting murdered by my school beauty girlfriend in the middle of the night. But in the next moment, her inner voice brings you back down a bit. If he ever dares to have even a little bit of bad intention like in his past life, I swear I'll kill him without the slightest hesitation. Brother Tianming, I hope you've really changed. Don't let me down again. The Qingsu gathered her thoughts. She looked at the star shard in your hand. Tianming, can I take a look at this star shard? You handed it over to her without hesitation. Of course. She examined it over and over for a long time. Her mind was full of doubts. She had used this star shard before she was reborn. It had never triggered a phenomenon like the one just now. Why is it different in your hands? When she returned the star shard to you, she solemnly warned Tianming. Make sure to keep it safe. If it triggers the starlight phenomenon again, you must shatter it immediately. Never speak to the angel inside. Most likely, he's the true owner of the star shard. We've already caught his attention. You tested her intentions on purpose. How about we just leave the star shard? We already have plenty of other treasures after all. No, we have to keep it. The star shard is incredibly powerful. It can serve as your trump card for self-defense. Even if we lose it now, that angel could still find us. We can only try to become stronger before he comes. Hearing what she said, and feeling her confidence in the star shard's power, you immediately decided to keep the treasure. Seeing this, the Qingsu quickly tried to persuade Tianming. We should leave this secret realm and go back now. All the treasures here have been taken by him, so there's no point in staying any longer. But you shook your head, Qingsu. I haven't finished exploring this hall yet. Maybe there's still something good here. Seriously, I've been reborn and visited once already. Wouldn't I know if there's anything left here? The Qingsu muttered to herself, but still let you support her, and followed behind you. After just a few steps, you stopped in front of a pool filled with boiling black water. What's this pool for? You were just about to get closer, when the Qingsu's expression changed drastically. She grabbed your arm tightly, Tianming. Don't touch that pool. Why not? I don't even know why. I just have a really bad feeling about it. Please, don't touch it. The black water in that pool can corrode your soul. I touched it once before I was reborn. If it hadn't been for magic potions that saved me, my soul would have been destroyed long ago. Even now, I'm not the same as I was. Touching it means certain death. Hearing her inner thoughts, you didn't act recklessly, but circled around the pool. You noticed a stone tablet hidden under the black water. You immediately raised your hand, used the hand of God to copy the Qingsu's ice power. First, you formed frost spikes, and forcefully knocked the stone tablet out of the black water pool. Then you instantly summoned the extreme ice shield, blocking the splashing black water. The Qingsu was stunned. Your hand of God can actually copy two abilities at such a low level. Even the extreme ice shield I've never used myself. With the shield protecting you both, you approached the stone tablet. There were ancient words engraved on it. Although some parts were missing, you still managed to read the key information. This pool is the psionic ascension pool of the Kingdom of Psionics. The owner of the star shard is the star angel of the Jin Kingdom. Back then, he and powerful beings from the psionic and mechanical kingdoms fought fiercely here. He fought two enemies at once, and left behind the divine weapon star shard. The more the Qingsu read, the more alarmed she became. She quickly pulled Tianming away. We've uncovered all the secrets here, and taken all the treasures. Let's go now. But you kept staring at the black water, your eyes glowing with excitement. According to the inscription, this is the psionic ascension stone. Maybe it's not actually dangerous, but an opportunity. The Qingsu instantly became frantic. Tianming, don't do anything stupid. You'll really die. Why won't he believe that touching this pool really means annihilation of the soul? There's no antidote. You simply won't make it back. But you didn't listen. Before she finished speaking, you jumped straight into the boiling black water pool. Tianming. As soon as the Qingsu's scream faded, she saw your body instantly dissolve in the black water. Not a trace left behind. He collapsed to the ground, broke down instantly. Tears couldn't stop falling. He's gone, he's gone. It's all my fault. I should have stopped him. If only I'd told him the secret about reincarnation, he wouldn't have died. Tianming, if you could come back to life, I would never want to kill you again because of our past life. I'll give you all the opportunities I've gained from secret realms if you just come back. Would that be okay? Meanwhile, after your body was obliterated, your soul entered a strange space. This place was filled with souls that matched yours perfectly. Here, your soul rapidly grew and flourished. Not only did you undergo a transformation, you even gained a technique that could directly attack other souls. Soul Spark. Just as you were overjoyed, a chilly, sinister laugh exploded in the space. 10,000 years! I've hidden here for 10,000 years! Finally, someone with fate linked to mine has arrived. Your soul is a delicacy, absolutely top-notch. You instantly became alert. You're the lingering soul of the spiritual being who perished in battle here so long ago. From the divine kingdom. That's right, after all this time, I finally have a vessel to help me resurrect. You'll become nourishment for my rebirth. You should feel honored. As soon as those words fell, a tall and mighty spirit rushed toward you. It instantly invaded your soul. That's when you finally understood. This so-called opportunity was nothing but a trap set by this lingering spirit over millennia. He never cared about you at all. He only saw you as a feast within his reach. He bragged that after devouring you, he'd return to the genetic divine kingdom to get revenge on the Starfall Angel. But just as he was frantically absorbing your spiritual energy, you relied on your absolute willpower to forcibly make your fading soul start to restore a physical body. As your body gradually took form, the remaining soul invading you actually began to be assimilated and devoured by you, bit by bit. Impossible! How could you return to your body purely with your will? That's the highest state achievable by spiritual beings ascending. You just awakened. How could a rookie like you do that? How is it possible? I hid for 10,000 years. I can't accept this. As he screamed in hysteria, you completely devoured his lingering spirit, and you mastered a skill allowing you to switch freely between your physical and soul forms. With just a thought, you could transform. In your spirit form, you returned to the Grand Hall, and immediately saw the Qingsu crouching by the pool, crying her heart out in utter devastation. Hearing her tearful cries, you couldn't help but feel both warm and amused. After 2 life-and-death crises, you actually won over this reborn girl who was so wary of you, conquering her completely. As you thought about it, you instantly returned to your physical form, squatted down, and pulled her trembling, sobbing figure into your arms. Qingsu, I'm back. The Qingsu's body shuddered violently. She slowly lifted her tear-stained face and stared at you in a daze. She was at a loss for words. Tan, Kanaming? Yeah, that's me. I reached out and gently wiped her tears from her face and patiently explained. That pool wasn't a trap. Not only am I all right, I also gained new abilities. Right in front of her, you switched back and forth between your physical body and soul forms several times. Only then did she truly believe you weren't dead. She hugged you tightly, tears streaming down again. Her voice trembled. As long as you're alive. As long as you're alive. Tianming. Let's go home. I don't want to stay here anymore. I never want to lose you again. Hearing her open and honest feelings, you realize this reborn girl once determined to kill you has truly let go of her past life's hatred. She gave her heart to you. After all the fortune you've gained here. You nodded. Qingsu, let's go home. Summer vacation always passes by so quickly. It's the start of a new semester again. Having already received early admission to Imperial Capital Land Academy, you're now standing at the north gate of the school, with your girlfriend tightly holding onto your arm. The Qingsu, her sweet voice sounded in your ear. Tianming. Let's hurry up and go register. You turned to look at her, fully aware, your campus belle girlfriend recovered, her soul restored, and after regaining her SS level ice attribute talent, devoted herself fully to preparing for the exams. With top-level theory and the best talent, she aced both the written and practical tests. She was admitted here as the top candidate in the Western region, earning the right to enroll alongside you. This Imperial Capital Land Academy really is impressive. In my past life, my soul was damaged, and I was left with only an F-level talent, so I couldn't enter here with you to study. But this time, I want to see for myself. Why is this ranked as the top academy in all of Juzhou? What truly makes this place extraordinary? Hearing the Qingsu's thoughts, you felt a hint of emptiness inside. You'd wanted to use her thoughts to figure out the true intentions of that teacher, Zhang Han, to prepare for dealing with her grudge against your predecessor. But now it seems you'll have to play it by ear. You can only hope that teacher is reasonable, and you'll get a chance to earn her forgiveness. You suppress those thoughts and say with a nervous smile, let's go register together. But just as you were about to step into the north gate, a wall of lightning suddenly shot up from the ground, blocking all the new students, including you. Terrifying electric energy roiled and raged, instantly leaving all new students stunned in fear. Right after, you heard a cold, familiar voice coming from within the academy walls. Halt! A second later, a female teacher wrapped in crackling lightning stepped out with overwhelming presence. She walked straight through the wall of lightning, unscathed, and just by her aura alone, you could tell she was a high-level awakened. At this point in time, she was the top awakened in Juzhou, closest to godhood. The Qingsu, right next to Jiang Han, immediately recognized who she was. You also instantly identified her. Jiang Han's gaze swept across the crowd, locking onto you perfectly, lingering for several seconds before finally shifting away.
Today
Is the first day of the new students' orientation at Imperial Capital Land Academy. I'm Jiang Han, your teacher. Instructor. I am also the supervisor for this year's freshman entrance test. Behind me is a wall of lightning, filled with terrifying electric power. All new students in this class must cross this wall on your own strength to officially become members of the academy. Anyone who fails will be expelled on the spot. The moment she finished speaking, the entire freshman class erupted, everyone losing their cool. Voices of complaint and outrage rose up everywhere. Silence. Jiang Han infused her voice with high-grade thunder power, and a single command boomed like thunder. Instantly, everyone fell silent. So powerful. No wonder in the last life before she was killed by Tianming, she was called Juzhou's #1 lightning awakened, the one most likely to become a god. If he hadn't died, he could have become the first god-level awakened in the 9 provinces. As you listen to the Qingsu's thoughts, you become even more wary of Jiang Han. In the previous life of the original host, he got such a near-god expert killed, and left you two with this mess. Getting close to him is much harder than to the Qingsu. If you're not careful, he might kill you on the spot. You can't help but feel afraid. If he doesn't like you during the test, he could instantly amplify the thunder's power. You'd probably get struck by lightning right then and there. Luckily, you can eavesdrop on inner thoughts, so at least you can be sure. For now, he won't kill you during the freshman test. After Jiang Han intimidated everyone,
he continued in a cold voice, saying those afraid of the test
can turn around and leave now. The test starts now and lasts until 6 p.m. After 6 p.m., any late freshmen and those who fail will be expelled together. After saying this, he turned and walked through the wall of thunder and returned inside the academy. Soon, the first impatient freshman charged ahead, rushing straight at the thunder wall. You are in a hurry. First, you want to size up the freshmen. Second, you want to get closer, so you can clearly hear Jiang Han's thoughts at any moment, in case he suddenly does something. It's still just like before your rebirth. Yet again, it's that freshman, with an A-level thunder attribute. Even after being reborn, you still don't want this type in. Wasted a whole summer, just goofing off. Didn't even level up his powers. Doesn't deserve to enter Earth Academy at all. Forget it, just let him in. He passed the entrance test after all. There's no way he'll really be expelled. It's just to scare them. If they don't want lazy students, they simply won't accept them. Jiang Han's thoughts let you instantly figure out what this test is about. Nobody will really be expelled. It's just to intimidate the freshmen. Sure enough, the thunder shield of that thunder attribute freshman was shattered as soon as it touched the wall, getting shocked and screaming in pain. After suffering for 5 whole minutes, he was let through, barely conscious. The next dozen or so freshmen all got zapped silly without exception. Not a single one passed easily. That's just too weak. These are the so-called top scorers at Earth Academy. Compared to me and Brother Tianming, they're way behind. The Qingsu was complaining madly in her mind. Then she brought up another newcomer this year, the SS level recommended student, the young lady of the Feng family in the imperial capital, Fenglan. And her thoughts completely revealed everything to you. Fenglan, the eldest daughter of the Feng family, who later became the feudal goddess. In the previous life, I barely interacted with her. Didn't know her very well. But she was connected to Brother Tianming too. In the previous life, her father, the head of the Feng family, was also set up and killed by Brother Tianming. A buzz went through your mind. A strong sense of unease rushed up. The original host also got Fenglan's father killed. If Fenglan is also reborn, then You're basically making enemies of 3 potential god level awakened. This pressure is off the charts now. Just then, a strong wind suddenly swept through the scene. Even the air seemed to freeze. This isn't ordinary wind. It's a power ability. A wind field domain. Could it be him? The Qingsu instantly became alert. You looked up and saw a black-haired girl holding an unsheathed treasured sword, striding forward with graceful steps. Her steps looked slow, yet she closed in on the gate at an incredible speed. Everyone's inner thoughts were shocked by her impressive movement technique. You instantly recognized her as Feng Lan. As she passed by you both, she glanced at you and the Qingsu with a calm expression. Didn't say a single extra word, but you clearly heard a heartfelt voice. Long time no see. The next second after dawn, the system notification exploded right in your mind, unveiled the entire truth for you. Feng Lan is also someone reborn. SS level Wind attribute talent. In your previous life, she was your girlfriend at Earth Academy, showed you deep affection, used all the Feng family's resources to help you grow. Even when rumors claimed you framed Zheng Han, she still firmly believed you were innocent. In the end, her father was cruelly killed, all because of trusting you. But you disappeared without a trace. She searched for you her whole life. In the end, she couldn't overcome her inner demons, died with regret in the secret realm. You couldn't help but rub your temples. Headache coming on. How many girls did the original host hurt? This is already the 3rd one. You actually ended up in the body of a complete scumbag, cleaning up this mess for him. The Qingsu noticed your odd behavior and asked with concern. You casually brushed it off, saying you were tired from standing. Decided to watch Feng Lan's test, then go right in. Really afraid a 4th would pop up if you stayed longer. Another reborn who was harmed by the original host. Feng Lan walked straight up to the wall of lightning, without slowing down in the slightest. Actually sped up and rushed in. Under the gaze of all the freshmen, the sword in his hand rang out sharply. The blade of the Wei Lu sword flashed cold light. A powerful hurricane erupted from his center, splitting the rushing wall of lightning right down the middle, forcefully opening up a passage just wide enough for him to pass through. Feng Lan's SS level Wind attribute ability. Guaranteed admission, awakened at level 15. It's obvious. You really worked hard this summer. Congrats for passing the test. Come over to register. Zhang Han's voice rang out, and you could hear his thoughts loud and clear, just like in your memory. At this exact time, the little girl from the Feng family has arrived, just as expected. Next should be that kid Lin Tianming. Rebel, your heart skipped a beat.
He subconsciously called you kid?
Then quickly corrected himself. Even though the rebel harbors deep hatred, deep down,
He still keeps a trace of warmth toward his beloved disciple from his past life.
maybe this is your only breakthrough to win him over. The whole crowd was shocked by Feng Lan's level 15 ability. Amidst discussions, some even compared you to Feng Lan, saying you might not even be his match. The Qingsu instantly got unhappy, pulled you to try the challenge, insisted on stealing back the spotlight. You calmed his emotions, went to the wall together with him. The Qingsu jumped at the chance to go first. That girl following the rebel didn't even get accepted into Earth Academy in the last life. Could it be my rebirth causing the butterfly effect? Changing history. Zhang Han watched the Qingsu, full of confusion inside. This girl looks just like the ice goddess I saw before my rebirth. She shouldn't even be here. Feng Lan's inner voice also sounded. Under everyone's gaze, the Qingsu unleashed bone-chilling cold all around, stepped right into the wall of lightning. Cold surged out from him as the center, swept over the entire wall of lightning. In an instant, the lightning froze into an ice wall. As his eyes focused, the frozen wall shattered with a bang, taking all the lightning power with it, gone without a trace. Such a shocking scene. Was even more dramatic than Feng Lan's earlier feat. All the freshmen were stunned, and you heard it all clearly. She unleashed such powerful strength. But what she cared about was finally stealing the spotlight from Feng Lan. Tanaming Jiji's eyes were almost glued to her just now. Maybe now he won't be snatched away. You instantly felt embarrassed. Turns out this earth-shattering feat was just from being jealous. Zhang Han was very satisfied with the Qingsu's performance.
He said, "Child."
Congratulations on passing the test at level 15 as an awakened one. Tell me your name and ability level, so I can register for you. The Qingsu answered with calm confidence. The Qingsu level Ice. Attribute ability. Talent. Jiang Han froze for a moment. F level Ice attribute talent. You are the only new student this year with level talent. Accepted into Earth Academy. Just as I finished registering, the Qingsu turned and waved at you from the other side of the wall. Sweetly called out, Tianming Ji, hurry up and come in. After reporting, let's check the academy cafeteria for something delicious. Jiang Han and Feng Lan both assumed it's their own rebirth. That caused a butterfly effect and brought the Qingsu here. You heard all these inner voices, just hoping they don't act now, so you have enough time to strategize? But the instant you responded, Feng Lan suddenly burst out with intense murderous intent. A cold inner voice sounded. They really have a thing. You instantly sucked in a breath. Jiang Han immediately shouted to stop. Only then did Feng Lan restrain his outward murderous aura. But his inner hostility didn't lessen at all. Tianming, you really do surprise me. It was only then you realized. In the previous life, Feng Lan was your girlfriend. Now seeing you so close with the Qingsu, she got completely triggered. The Qingsu urged you again. You took a deep breath, stepped directly into the wall of lightning, without activating any defensive skills. The crowd's inner voices instantly exploded. They all thought you were crazy. Going in like this will just get you shocked into a coma. Even though many things changed, this rebel is still the same as before, always causing a scene for attention. Jiang Han's inner voice sounded, not the least bit surprised. Still the same as before. Can't deny. Tianming's talent truly is stunning. Feng Lan's inner voice was unusually calm, as if she'd expected this all along. Only the Qingsu was seriously worried. Yelled at you to copy her skill. You just looked back and comforted Qingsu. Don't worry, I'm fine. Just that one line made Feng Lan instantly lose composure again. Her inner voice exploded again, calling Qingsu so sweetly. You weren't distracted, immersed in the lightning, being washed by its power. Surprised to find your body starting to transform. So you went all in. After just a few seconds, absorbed all the lightning power from the wall into your body. The harmful wall of lightning vanished completely. You flipped your palm, summoned lightning identical to Jiang Han's. Smiling, you called into the wall. Thanks, Professor Jiang Han, for this lightning gift. I'll gladly accept it as your student. The crowd's inner voices went totally wild, calling you a monster, even more insane than Li Finglan and the Qingsu. But you couldn't smile, because two murderous inner voices pierced clearly into your ears. Everything else has changed, but this rebel is still the same as before. Absorbed all my lightning power. Looks like in this life, he still wants to kill me. This time, I absolutely won't repeat my mistakes. Tianming, you're still the same as in the last life. You absorbed the powerful lightning from teacher Jiang Han. Everything has changed. Except you. Looks like I need to make plans early. I'll kill you before you kill my father. Cold sweat pours down from you, being targeted by two reincarnators who both have the potential to become gods, and both want to kill you. Life feels like walking on thin ice. You must win them over quickly, just like you did with the Qingsu. Defeat them one by one. Only then can you survive at Dadi Academy. The Qingsu walks over quickly and hooks your arm, her face full of pride. Tianming, I knew this test wouldn't stump you. You smile bitterly inside. If only Jiang Han and Feng Lan treated you like she does, how wonderful that would be. But when the Qingsu sees you lost in thought, she instantly gets jealous again. A wave of threat rushes into your heart. Is Feng Lan really stealing his heart? If he dares to fall for someone else, I definitely won't forgive this heartless jerk. And that vixen, Feng Lan. You feel overwhelmed. You quickly make up a reason about being hungry to comfort her. The Qingsu immediately grabs you and insists on going to the cafeteria. But then Feng Lan's inner voice explodes again, full of murderous intent. Tianming. 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 I can hardly control my sword anymore. I really want to slash someone. You just want to get away from this mess as soon as possible? Just as you're about to step out, Jiang Han calls out to you. Kid, come register first. Eating later won't hurt. You haven't checked in yet. You complain in your mind. You're the one who got me admitted. How could you not know who I am? But you still walk over to him, standing next to Feng Lan. Teacher Zhang Han. My name is Lin Tianming. SS level supernatural power, God's hand. Awakened level 15. So, kid, you're the same SS level guaranteed student as Feng Lan. Very good. Very good. Zhang Han praises you nonstop. But deep inside, he's full of contradictions. You hear all these thoughts clearly. If it were before I was reborn, I'd already have made him my personal disciple, kept him close, and trained him carefully. In this life, should I still take him as a student? After a moment of hesitation, he finally makes up his mind. Looking at you seriously, he says, kid, I really admire you. For the next 4 years at Dadi Academy, you'll study under me. I'll teach you everything I know. You know, inside, taking you on as a disciple is just so he can keep a close eye on you. If you refuse, you completely lose the chance to win him over and resolve the hatred. If you accept, you'll have to face his resentment all the time. If you're careless, it will end in utter disaster. After thinking it over, you don't dodge the issue. Looking him straight in the eyes, you say clearly, Teacher Zhang Han, you were the one who got me into Dadi Academy. I'm Lin Tianming, I don't forget kindness. Since you're willing to take me as your disciple after helping me, of course, I'm ready to be your student. Zhang Han looks at you. In his mind, flashes of memories from the last life when he trained you with everything he had. And also the pain of your betrayal near the end. His inner voice is filled with struggle and complexity. In this life, will you still covet my thunder of wrath? And harm me again? You hear his thoughts. And your feelings are complicated too. Since I've traveled here, no matter how messed up things are, I've got to clean up this mess. You finish the new student registration under Zhang Han. Then you leave with the Qingsu. On the way to the Dadi Academy cafeteria in Imperial Capital, the Qingsu immediately notices your heavy expression. She quickly comes over to ask Tianming, why do you look unhappy? Is something bothering you? You do have something on your mind. Just now, Zhang Han's complicated inner voice of love and hate really struck a nerve. You wish you could drag out the body's original owner and give him a good beating. The Qingsu, Zhang Han, Feng Lan. Which one of them doesn't have the kind of sincerity others couldn't cultivate in a lifetime? Yet the original host trampled all over it, cold-blooded and heartless. You even think, maybe the reason you, a transmigrator from Blue Star, took over this body is because even the heavens couldn't stand the original host's actions. A formless burden weighs on your shoulders. In this life, you absolutely can't let these girls get their hearts broken again. You must win them over. As for the hearts ripped apart by the original host, as soon as that thought comes, you gently caress the Qingsu's lovely face. Your deep expression disappears in an instant, and a smile appears. I'm fine, Qingsu. I'm just hungry and tired. Once I eat something, I'll be full of energy. It's just hunger, really. Of course. Look at how happy I'm smiling now. Do I look like I've got something on my mind? The Qingsu finally relaxes. She laughs and jogs ahead a few steps, then turns around and waves at you, urging you to catch up. Seeing the light rekindled in her eyes, you feel warmth inside. 2 months ago, she still hated you to the bone for the hurt the original host caused before her rebirth. She despised you. She had nothing to look forward to about life. Now you've warmed her heart. You silently make up your mind. You have to let Zhang Han and Feng Lan feel the same. Let go of the past and laugh sincerely. You quickly catch up to her. The two of you head straight for the cafeteria near the north gate. Today is the day for freshman early registration. Most of the upperclassmen haven't returned yet. There aren't many people in the cafeteria. You and the Qingsu order your meals and take a seat. You're having a great time chatting. Thanks to your new student radar, you spot Feng Lan not far away. He's sitting alone, stealing glances at your table from time to time, clearly upset by how close you and the Qingsu look, his eyes full of hostility. Just then, an oblivious guy approaches Feng Lan. Hey there, freshman. You look new here, must be a freshman this year, right? Feng Lan ignores him, keeps eating in silence, but that guy shamelessly sits right across from him and introduces himself. Let me introduce myself. My name is Wang Jian. I'm a sophomore. From the Wang family, one of the 4 great awakened families in the imperial capital. Be my girlfriend. After graduation, with the Wang family's resources, your future is guaranteed. Feng Lan looks up coolly. I have a boyfriend. Please show some respect, Senior Wang. You're startled, thinking to yourself she really is going to use you as a shield. Sure enough, Wang Jian still won't take a hint. Feng Lan just points straight at you. He's my boyfriend. Senior Wang, please leave now. Don't let my boyfriend get the wrong idea. Wang Jian looks toward you, frowning. Freshman, are you sure? That guy looks like he's with that other girl, doesn't he? If I say he's my boyfriend, then he is. That girl is just his cousin. As soon as those words are out, the Qingsu loses it on the spot. She jumps up, glaring angrily at Feng Lan. Feng Lan, what nonsense are you talking about? Tianming is my boyfriend. You can't use him as your shield. You hear Feng Lan's thoughts, and finally realize that Wang Jian is the variable brought by her rebirth. He never even existed in the last timeline. But what's really giving you a headache is the little jealous girl next to you. The Qingsu is obsessed with not letting anyone steal you away. She's on the verge of exploding. Qingsu, calm down. You quickly try to comfort her. But the Qingsu just can't cool off. Seeing this, Wang Jian actually gets even more fired up. He smiles at Feng Lan. Feng Lan, freshman. You made this cute couple fight over you. Stop using a shield. Consider choosing me instead. Looking at this shameless guy, you can barely keep your hand still. But with the Qingsu still fuming, you can only bide your time. When Feng Lan notices you're not making a move, she loses patience as well. She spits out coldly, leave. Wang Jian, relying on his family name, doesn't take you, a freshman, seriously at all. He keeps pestering with that sleazy grin. Feng Lan finally reaches her limit. A terrifying gust suddenly rises up around her, her sword halfway drawn. A blade of wind attribute energy slashes right at him. Wang Jian's face turns ashen. He hastily throws up a flaming shield, but the moment his fire appears, it's torn straight through by that sword energy. He's sent flying across the room. Hearing Feng Lan's utter confidence in her abilities, you finally relax. Wang Jian scrambles up embarrassed and realizes Feng Lan is the eldest daughter of the Feng family. He spits out a threat and tries to slip away. But, turning around, he catches you snickering nearby. He instantly flares up. Hey, you over there. Get over here. Let me teach you what respect means, freshman. The Qingsu is even quicker to burst than you. About to get up and teach him a lesson. But you hold her back in her seat. Let me handle this. Your eyes are icy cold. You walk straight at Wang Jian. Wang Jian keeps mouthing off, saying he's going to teach you, a freshman, some manners.
He lifts his hand about to attack.
Hold up, you say. What? Scared? You want to beg for mercy and kneel, admit fault? Maybe I'll let you off. You sneer. I'm just scared I'll lose control and smash up the cafeteria or hurt bystanders. Let's take this outside. Wang Jian readily agrees. You both head out of the cafeteria one after another. A crowd gathers instantly. The Qingsu and Feng Lan quickly follow you out in the open area. More and more people are gathering to watch. Many of them recognize you. You're one of the only 2 SSS-Rank freshmen this year. Everyone's talking about how a freshman like you dares to challenge a sophomore. Wang Jian hears the whispers too. He frowns. You're an SSS-Rank freshman too? You smile back. What's wrong, senpai? You scared now? Bullshit. I lost to Feng Lan. Only because she has the Feng family's inherited artifact. You, a nobody with no background. How dare you act cocky in front of me? Wang Jian is totally pissed off now. Flames swirl around him, and in an instant he conjures up a fire dragon, roaring and charging at you. Nice move, senpai. Your tone is mocking, but the very next moment everything changes. Too bad, it's mine now. As you finish speaking, the same flames ignite around you, and quickly swirl into an even fiercer fire dragon. Your SS level talent, Hand of God, lets you perfectly copy your opponent's skills and amplify even their weaker moves completely, far beyond the originals. The 2 fire dragons crash together. The fire dragon you copied instantly rips through the original, then surges at Wang Jian. Wang Jian is so scared he turns to run, but there's nowhere to go. He gets blasted by the fire dragon full on and screams like a stuck pig. Stop! I give up. I surrender. When you finally withdraw your power, Wang Jian's clothes are burned to a crisp.
His hair is completely gone too.
He stands there completely naked, looking like a shiny bald head. The students watching burst into laughter. The girls looked even more disdainful. Wang Jian felt both embarrassed and angry. He covered himself and tried to run. He still turned back to threaten Lin Tianming. Just you wait. The Wang family won't let you off. Your eyes turned cold. You unleashed your spiritual spark, directly hitting his soul. Wang Gan's mind went completely blank. He fell flat on his face, eating dirt. His head was bleeding heavily. He rolled and crawled away in panic. You turned and went back to the Qingsu. She immediately linked arms with you, her eyes full of admiration for Tianming. Nice job. That was so satisfying. Feng Lan actually spoke up this time. Softly called Tianming. Thank you for teaching him a lesson for me. Tianming and the Qingsu instantly stiffened. Her brows furrowed deeply. She glared at Feng Lan. Feng Lan, keep your tone more distant with him. He doesn't know you that well. Feng Lan refused to back down at all. She calmly replied, Who said we're not close? I'm his girlfriend. No, I'm his girlfriend. If you keep talking nonsense, don't blame me for being rude. The Qingsu was shaking with anger. She looked ready to fight Feng Lan. You looked at the intense scene. You felt a headache coming on. You quickly held back the Qingsu and Feng Lan. That's enough for today. I'll walk Qingsu to her dorm first. Without waiting for the Qingsu to react, you took her and quickly left the scene. On the way, the Qingsu asked resentfully, Why did you tell Feng Lan you get to know her better? You quickly clarified to her, assuring her again and again she's your only girlfriend. It took a lot to finally calm down the jealous cutie. The two of you chatted and laughed along the way. Arriving at her dorm building. Rose Garden, this is the place. Tianming? The Qingsu looked up at the dorm info sign and stopped in her tracks. Your luggage you sent ahead should be at the dorm office, right? I'll pick it up and move it right in. I live on the 4th floor. Come on, I'll help you carry it. You walked with her into the dorm supervisor's office. The dorm supervisor saw you, and her expression instantly darkened. This is the girls' dorm building. Boys are not allowed inside. The Qingsu quickly pleaded with her. Auntie, it's freshman move-in day today. My luggage is too heavy. This is my boyfriend. He'll just help me carry it upstairs and then leave. Please make an exception this time. The supervisor looked you over a few times. Seeing you look decent and polite, she finally agreed. Bring the stuff up, then come right down. Thank you, Auntie. You both thanked her in unison. You quickly found the Qingsu's suitcase. You carried the heavy suitcase and went up to the 4th floor with her. Soon you found her dorm room. This is it? I was just about to unlock the door. Why is it already open? The Qingsu looked puzzled. You explained. Someone probably got here before you. Since the door's open, let's just go in. Okay, Tianming, let's go in. Who knows? Maybe I'll meet my new roommate who'll live with me for the next 4 years. You two can get to know each other then. The Qingsu nodded. She pushed open the half-closed door and walked inside. At Imperial Earth University dorms are all 2-person rooms. As soon as you entered, you and the Qingsu saw. One bed was already made with sheets and blankets. There was only you and the Qingsu in the room. The person who made their bed wasn't there. The Qingsu frowned at the neatly made bed. The bed is made. But where's the person? You guessed. Maybe they went out for something. That's probably for the best. At least I won't scare anyone by having a guy show up in their room. Let me help you make your bed now while the coast is clear. All right, Tianming. Thank you for your help. Hearing the Qingsu's grateful tone, you smiled and quickly made up her bed. Phew, finally done. Tianming. Thank you. We've grown up together since we were kids. We're childhood sweethearts. And a couple now. No need to be so formal about little things like this. If there's nothing else, I'll head out now. That's it. Tianming, you should move your things and get some rest. If you miss me, just video call or come find me downstairs. Just as you were about to leave, you heard slow, steady footsteps at the dorm door. Both you and the Qingsu thought your roommate was back. But the moment you saw who it was, you were totally stunned. It was Feng Lan and the Qingsu. The two of them shouted each other's names at the same time. This was the very same Feng Lan, who became enemies with the Qingsu because of you. After a brief shock, the Qingsu's face immediately darkened. This is my dorm room. Why are you here? Feng Lan shot right back without hesitation. That's what I should be asking you. I got here before you. I just went out for a bit. The Qingsu instantly realized that Feng Lan was going to be her roommate for the next 4 years. Just thinking about living under the same roof with the girl after her boyfriend made her whole body fill with resistance. She was completely against it. Never thought you'd be my roommate. Me neither. Feng Lan quickly calmed down. She walked over to her own bed and sat down coolly. You were about to leave. But seeing these two about to fight on their very first day, become roommates, you couldn't help but rub your forehead. This is what they call fate bringing enemies together. You know you have to, at least for now, hold these 2 powder kegs back before leaving. Bingshu, Finglin, when I leave, you two aren't going to start fighting, right? The Qingsu glanced at Feng Lan and snorted. That depends if a certain someone keeps telling everyone. I am her boyfriend. Feng Lan spoke calmly, but every word was dripping with provocation. Tianming has always been my boyfriend. You instantly picked up on her inner thoughts. Sure, he's my boyfriend. And sure, I want to kill him sometimes. But that role isn't going to change, no matter how many lifetimes. You knew exactly what she was thinking. Right now, her state of mind was exactly the same as the Qingsu's 2 months ago. The Qingsu instantly turned ice cold from those words, clenched her teeth, and said the name. Feng Lan. The whole dorm instantly dropped to freezing temperatures. You shivered uncontrollably. Feng Lan refused to back off either. Storms of wind swirling all around her. The two were on the verge of a showdown. It looked like a fight could break out at any second. You quickly rushed up and forced them both back to their beds. Give it a rest, both of you. You're going to be roommates for 4 years. Don't let something so trivial lead to a fight. With you holding them down, the two finally pulled back their powers. Feng Lan was the first to relent. Don't worry, if she doesn't start anything, I won't do anything either. The Qingsu didn't want you to think. She's a jealous, difficult girlfriend. Tianming. Don't worry, go ahead. I won't fight him. That's what she said out loud. But you knew in your heart, there's no telling if these two can really get along. But you're a guy. You can't stay in the girls' dorm. All you can do is tell them again and again to get along. Then you head out of the girls' dorm building. Next, you follow the directions sent by the school. Ask several people for directions. And quickly find your own boys' dorm building, Zijuan, at the dorm supervisor's office. You get your suitcase. Then go straight to the 2nd floor to find your room. When you get to the door, you see it's open? You guess your roommate probably arrived early. You carry your suitcase inside. A tall, skinny guy jumps right up from his bed. Hey, someone's here. You must be my roommate for the next 4 years, right? Hi, classmate. My name's CEO Chu Yunfei. Nice to meet you. That was your first impression of him.
He's as skinny as a bamboo stick.
My name is Lin Tianming. Looking forward to the next 4 years with you, CEO Yunfei. Once he saw your face and heard your name, he immediately got excited. Whoa, I know you. At the North Gate, you didn't use any defense. Broke right through the wall of lightning, and even absorbed Teacher Jiang Han's thunder power. Never thought my roommate would be a freak like you. While you unpack and make your bed, you casually reply, It's nothing special. From now on, I'll call you Yunfei. You can just call me Tianming. Sure. Rooming with a genius with SS class talent is awesome. I'm S class with fire powers myself. By the way, Tianming, what exactly can your Hand of God do? And when you just enrolled, you beat up Wang Jian, a level 25 sophomore. That was seriously impressive. You answered calmly. I can copy other people's skills. Just a little trick. Nothing compared to your element-based powers. That's way too modest. If it was just a little trick, how could it be SS class? How did you beat a sophomore 10 levels above you, Siegyu Yunfei? He recounted your victories in great detail. You couldn't help but laugh. This roommate is actually pretty interesting. Meanwhile, Wang Jian, the one you beat up, was whining nonstop to his older cousin. His bald head, burned by the fire dragon, stood out big time in the dorm. And that's what happened. Sis, you have to help me out. The woman he called cousin was none other than Wang Yaran, senior at the Imperial Geosciences Academy, and current student council president. She impatiently glanced at Wang Jian. A freshman beat you up? Most likely you provoked him first, and got wrecked in return, right? Stop bothering me with this nonsense. Wang Jian immediately kept pleading. Sis, I'm still family after all. That guy, in front of everyone, burned me bald, stripped my clothes off, and made me run back to the dorm naked. I was so humiliated. Please help me, just this once, to restore our Wang family's honor. Wang Yanran was getting annoyed by his whining and waved him off. Fine, what's the freshman's name? Wang Jian's eyes lit up instantly. His name is Lin Tianming. When she heard those 3 words, Wang Yanran frowned, as if recalling something. Lin Tianming is probably Feng Lan's boyfriend. Yeah, that's right, cousin. You know him? Feng Lan was there at the time, said he was her boyfriend. A cold glint appeared in Wang Yanran's eyes. Do you have a picture of him? Let me see. Wang Jian looked awkward. No picture, but there's a video online of me getting beaten up by him. It's got over 1 million views now. Wang Yanran shot him a glare. You really embarrassed yourself this time. Show me the video. Wang Jian immediately took out his phone and pulled up the video. As Wang Yanran watched the person on the screen, her pupils contracted sharply. It really was her ex-boyfriend, Lin Tianming. He's the one who, in their past life in the Flame Secret Realm, while she was absorbing the Huangyin crystal's power, violated her and stole the remaining half of the crystal. Wang Yanran was reborn 2 months ago. Even though she only absorbed half the crystal last lifetime, she still became a deity, the Huangyin goddess. But in the end, because of the missing power and the inner demons Lin Tianming left her, he fell during the great battle of the gods, reborn into a new life. All he wanted was to focus on cultivating and break through the limits of his previous life. But unexpectedly, in this way, he found the nemesis he'd searched for his whole life. Phoenix flames burst out around him instantly. Next to him, Wang Jian was so scared he dropped his phone right onto the ground. Cousin, what's wrong with you? Don't suddenly unleash such intense flames. Wang Yanran ignored him. She had only one thought in her mind, kill Lin Tianming. Only by killing him could she completely get rid of her inner demons. Only then would she not repeat her mistakes this time. He glanced at Wang Jian lying on the ground, impatiently waved his hand. Enough. Got it. When I have time, I'll go meet this Lin Tianming for you. Wang Jian was instantly overjoyed.
He thanked him repeatedly. Night
fell. UNCHU Yunfei had just finished eating in the cafeteria and came out. A hot, curvy senior suddenly blocked your way. See, Shu Yunfei nudged your arm. Tianming, do you know this senior? You shook your head. Don't know her. The senior stared right at you. She spoke. Lin Tianming, come with me for a minute. There's something I only want to say to you alone. CHU Yunfei immediately showed a jealous expression. Dan, Tianming. This senior is definitely here to confess to you. I'll step aside and not be the third wheel. I'll head back to the dorm and wait for you. After saying that, he turned and ran off, leaving you standing there alone. You looked at the senior insisting on taking you away. Doubt crept into your mind, but you nodded anyway. All right, senior. Senior Yanran smiled. Follow me. Just as she said that, little junior, you suddenly heard her inner voice. Scumbag, lowlife, ruined my reputation in my last life. This time, I'll make sure you suffer 1,000 cuts. Trick you into a grove and kill you right there. This was her inner monologue. Right after that, your system notification chimed instantly. System has auto-binded host to the goddess Wang Yanran within the Huangyin range. Host can perfectly eavesdrop on her inner thoughts. Wang Yanran, daughter of the Wang family, one of the 4 awakened families in the Empyrean capital. An SS-level fire-powered reincarnate. In her last life, she was defiled in the flaming fire secret realm by the original host, Lin Tianming, and lost half of the Huangyin crystal. Ultimately, she fell due to inner demons and lack of power. This time, she has already recognized you and wants revenge by killing you. After reading the system hint, you cursed inwardly, damn it. The original host was killed. How many people did he actually screw over in his last life? You can run into someone ready to kill you just by walking outside. You instantly clutched your stomach, frowning deeply, and showing pain all over your face. Wang Yanran furrowed her brows. Little junior, what's wrong with you? What's up with this little troublemaker? Senior, it hurts so much. You held your stomach, speaking in short, broken gasps. Senior, my stomach suddenly really hurts. Must have eaten something bad in the cafeteria. Wang Yanran looked suspicious. The cafeteria at Empyrean Capital Academy has strict controls. Not once has there been a food safety issue since it was founded. It's unlikely your stomach hurts from bad food. Your heart skipped a beat. Turns out Wang Yanran is hard to fool. Maybe it's just a disagreement with the local water and soil. Senior, my stomach really does hurt. They serve food from all across the country in the cafeteria. Even if you're not used to the local food, you can always find cuisine from your hometown. How could that upset your stomach? You quickly made up a lie. Senior, it's my first time in Empyrean Capital, so I wanted to try the local dishes. Didn't pick any from my hometown. Who knew I'd end up with a stomachache from the water and soil? That explanation actually makes sense. If it were me traveling, I want to try local dishes too. Forgetting about the acclimation issue. Guess I was just being too sensitive. But having a stomach ache right now really messed up my plan to kill him. I guess I'll let it go for today. First, confirm it's him. Then I'll kill him next time. When you heard that, the anxiety in your heart finally eased. Luckily, you faked being sick in time. Otherwise, you'd have met your end in the grove today. Junior, you have a stomachache? Do you want me, your senior, to take you to the infirmary? No need. It's just a simple case of not being used to the local food. I'll be fine after going back to the dorm and using the restroom. Senior, can I ask you your name? Junior, my name is Wang Yanran. You can call me Senior Yanran. I really like you, you know? I like you so much I almost want to burn you alive. On the surface, fiery passion. But in my heart, it's all killing intent. This anger isn't one bit less than the Kingsu's before. Okay, see? I'll remember that. My stomach really hurts too much. Senior Yanran, I'm heading back to my room first. See you next time? As soon as you finished speaking, you didn't even look back. You bolted straight for the dorm building, watching your figure running away. The smile on Wang Yanran's face disappeared instantly. It was replaced with pure hatred in her eyes. Lin Tianming, next time I see you will be your death day. You escaped back to your dorm. Collapsed exhausted right on the bed. Let out a long sigh of relief. CHU Yunfei immediately came over, full of gossip. Tianming, how did it go? Did that senior confess to you? You glared at him, annoyed. What confession? Are you kidding me? You almost got me killed with your nonsense. CHU Yunfei looked totally innocent.
He had no idea what he did wrong.
On the 4th, you received a message from teacher Jiang Han. He asked you to find him at the Thunder Awakening ground for class. You arrived at the location following the address. You looked around. Not only was there no one from your class, the whole area had only Jiang Han there. You instantly felt a strong sense of alarm. A bad feeling welled up in your heart. Could this be a trap like last night with Wang Yanran? A setup to kill you? Child, you're here. Come here, today I'll teach you your first lesson. A particularly warm smile appeared on Jiang Han's face. But you knew full well, he's also someone who came back from the dead to get revenge on you. You turned around, ready to run. Leaving during class counts as skipping. You're an SS level direct admit student. You can't do things like that. Just as he finished speaking, a whip of lightning formed from electricity, instantly wrapped around your waist. He pulled you forcefully right in front of him. Why do you seem so afraid of me, kid? Did this traitor find out I was reborn? You heard his inner voice. Quickly, you explained. Teacher Jiang Han, I'm the only student here, so I feel a bit uneasy. Normally, shouldn't there be other students in class with me? Jiang Han smiled. It's not that easy to become my student. Before you, I've never taken on a student myself. I only designed special training programs. Sometimes I taught a class or two. You were stunned. So you mean, I am your first student? That's right. You're the first student I've accepted in all these years. At the same time, his sorrowful inner voice came into your ear. I never thought after pouring my heart into training a student, I'd end up betrayed and destroyed by that student. Tianming, oh Tianming, you traitor. Do you know how much your betrayal hurt your master? Just escaped from Wang Yanran last night. And today you run into Jiang Han, who also hates you to the core. You're feeling seriously stressed. You need to be extremely careful with every next step, or you could get killed by him in an instant. Didn't think I really am the only student. Alright then, Teacher Jiang Han. What's our first lesson today? A smirk appeared on Jiang Han's lips. He snapped his fingers. Instantly, a deafening roar echoed throughout the field. A giant bear, taller than two Jiang Hans put together, slowly appeared at his side, surrounded by crackling lightning up and down its body. This is a level 15 Thunder Fairy bear. Tianming, your first lesson today is to, in a real fight, skillfully use your hand of God to defeat it. This bear has extremely strong defense. Even if you copy its skills, you might not be able to break through. But if you take just one hit from it, with your defensive strength, you won't last long before being defeated. This first lesson is tailor-made for you. Don't let me down. Oh right, during the battle you can only copy its skills, not allowed to copy my skills. No cheating. You instantly heard his thoughts. Last time Tianming enrolled, he was only level 9. I gave him a level 9 Thunder Fairy Wood Bear too. This time, he's already level 15 when enrolling. This bear has an extra skill too. Not sure if he can make it through. You instantly realized, this level 15 Thunder Fairy Wood Bear is much stronger than the level 9 one. The extra skill is its killing move. Jiang Han's body flashed, and he instantly pulled back to a distance. Let the battle begin. Don't disappoint me. As soon as he finished speaking, the Thunder Fairy bear swung its lightning-wrapped massive claws and lunged fiercely at you. Thunder Fairy bear claw. You quickly dodged aside, put some distance between you. At the same time, activated Hand of God to copy. In an instant, you read 4 of Thunder Fairy bear's skills. The offensive Thunder Fairy bear claw and Thunder Stomp. The speed-boosting Thunder Rampage. And the defensive-boosting Furious Thunder Armor. But your Hand of God has a secret you've never told anyone before. It can only copy up to 3 skills. Then it'll go on cooldown after use, without a second thought. You gave up on copying the defensive Furious Thunder Armor, and copied the other 3 attack and buff skills instead. Next second, you instantly activated Thunder Rampage. Your whole body crackled with thunder. Attack and speed shot up in a flash. Facing the Thunder Fairy bear claw coming at you again, you didn't dodge this time. Instead, you matched it with your own Thunder Fairy bear claw. The giant bear roared in pain, letting out an earth-shaking howl. It immediately activated Thunder Rampage, and then unleashed the Furious Thunder Armor you didn't copy. A layer of thick thunder armor covered its whole body. Attack, speed, and defense all hit max. You pressed forward, using Thunder Stomp to blast at the bear, but it was completely blocked by its Furious Thunder Armor, just as you hesitated for a second. The seemingly slow giant bear was suddenly right in front of you. It raised its huge claw for a fierce smack, while Thunder Stomp blasted the ground. At such close range, with your body nowhere near as tough as the Thunder Fairy bear. Compared to it, your body is fragile. Even Jiang Han, watching, thought you were done for. But at that moment, a wall of electricity rose up between you and the Thunder Fairy bear, tall enough to block everything. This electric wall instantly neutralized all of the Thunder Fairy bear's attacks, and even grievously injured it with a massive shock. After a perfect block, the wall quickly faded away. You instantly caught Jiang Han's inner thoughts. He expected you to use that move, but he knew you couldn't win against a seriously wounded giant beast with just that. Unless you level up to 16 right now. Raise God's Hand's replication skill limit to 4. That's the only way to have a chance at winning. You're shaken to your core. The replication limit of God's Hand is a core secret you haven't even told your girlfriend the Chinksu. It's your most vital secret. How does Jiang Han know this? Could it be the original owner told him in the previous life? But that evil guy, would he ever lay his biggest weakness bare? Once you figure it out, the severely wounded Thunder Fairy bear, using its beastly physique, stomps down with lightning, knocking you airborne. Your heart turns cold in an instant. It feels like Jiang Han calculated everything. You won't break through to level 16 today. He wants to use this bear to kill you. But in the next moment, his inner voice comes through again. This kid is almost at his limit. Holding on this long against this bear at level 15 is already beyond expectations. That's enough for this test. When he can't hold on anymore, I'll step in. I clearly hate him for betraying and killing me in my past life. So why do I still want to help him unlock his potential? I end up raising him to be even stronger than his past life. Only now do you understand. This dangerous first lesson was actually meant to force out your potential. His conflicted hatred for you is deeper than you imagined. Since he wants to witness you becoming stronger than before, you decide not to disappoint these expectations. You make a vow to use your actions to help your mentor truly let go of his hatred, just as the Thunder Fairy Bear unleashes its fatal attack. At the critical moment, you don't wait for Jiang Han and directly launch a soul attack. The Soul Spark move completely ignores the bear's thunder armor defense, piercing through both its soul and its physical body. The mighty beast immediately convulses all over.
Its eyes roll back,
And it collapses stiffly to the ground, falling completely unconscious. Jiang Han, who was about to save you, freezes on the spot. He is utterly stunned. How does he know soul attacks? I've never seen him use it in the previous life. That's not right. The God's Hand replication limit was something I personally tested. So this soul attack definitely wasn't copied. His reincarnation must have changed the timeline. He obtained opportunities he didn't have in his past life. He quickly finds a reasonable explanation for himself, then tests you with a question. Good job, kid. You defeated the Thunder Fairy Bear at level 15. I sensed a fluctuation of soul power just now. You won with a soul attack, didn't you? You hear it loud and clear, and nod right away. That's right, Teacher Jiang Han. I defeated him using a soul attack. This soul-piercing skill is not something that was replicated, right? Can I have a look? You genuinely want to show sincerity and ask him about the secret of God's hand, so you hold nothing back. It's not a copied skill. The skill is called Soul Spark, and it's not bound by the replication limit of God's hand. You're my teacher, so you can see it anytime you want. As soon as you finish speaking, you turn your palm over, and a soul-forged spark slowly rises. But right after that, you hear his inner voice again, still as sweet-talking as last lifetime. Always knew how to make girls happy. Back then, that's how he won my favor step by step. Got me to let my guard down, and from my thunder heart, struck down his own mentor. You feel a sudden chill on your scalp, so all your effort to bond just reminds him of the past grudge. The original owner really set you up for disaster. You know, deep down, sweet words alone won't work. You have to show real action. Only then will Jiang Han, who was betrayed once, truly trust you. Jiang Han stared at the soul spark in your palm for a moment, suddenly said, not bad. To be honest, I didn't expect you to defeat this bear today. I just wanted to take down your pride a notch, so you'd focus more on your cultivation. But now you've exceeded my expectations, so I'll teach you something early. Things I originally planned to teach you a few days later. Speaking of training you, he seemed to temporarily forget the grudges from the past life and turn back into the devoted master who'd share everything with his beloved student. Seeing him like this, you felt even more determined in your heart. You absolutely can't fail his sincerity like the original host did. You follow him to the side of the unconscious thunderstorm furious bear. You couldn't help asking, Teacher Jiang Han, what are we going to do? He didn't answer directly, but instead asked you back. Do you know? Why were you able to absorb my lightning power and learn a skill that wasn't even supposed to be yours? You joked half seriously. Isn't it just because I'm so smart and seized the opportunity you gave us freshmen? PFFT. This kid is still overconfident, just like in the last life. He was amused by you. For once, he genuinely scolded you. You little dummy. You think anyone can cross ability types and learn skills? Of course not. Of course not. You don't understand your divine hand at all. Today, let me tell you, your divine hand doesn't just copy skills. It also has an incredibly high growth potential. Plunder,
he continued, any skill you successfully plunder.
No matter whether it's compatible with your ability or not, you can use freely. It will grow stronger as your level increases. Unlike copying, plundered skills will adapt to your level. And as long as you keep getting stronger, they have endless growth potential. Only now do you realize that your divine hand actually has such an incredible power hidden in it. If not for Jiang Han, you have no idea when you would have covered this. You hurriedly asked, Teacher Jiang Han, how do you know so much about my divine hand? How do you know it so clearly? You hear his inner voice. If not for being reborn, there's no way I could know this at this stage. Last life I was with him almost all the way, helping him unlock the divine hand step by step. Even the plunder ability was something I helped him discover. But what he said aloud was, I'm a teacher at the Imperial Capital Earth Academy. Of course I can see it from the details when you use your abilities. You don't expose him. And go along with his words, flattering him a bit. He made a decision right then, now that you know the plunder ability. Let's get started directly. Plunder 2 skills from this Thunderstorm Furious Bear. Skills that you can use permanently, and that can grow endlessly. You're taken aback. Only 2 can be plundered? Can I plunder all 4? As soon as you said that, you heard his inner voice turn cold instantly. This kid is still as greedy as in the past life. It was this greed that made him dare to kill even me, his master. Suddenly you're on edge, worried that his anger might overwhelm him and he'll attack on the spot. Luckily, that killing intent disappears quickly. He gives you a sharp look. Brat, don't be too greedy. I've observed your level 15 plunder cap is 4 skills. You already have my lightning power, plus soul spark, so you can only plunder 2 more. Your heart skips a beat. Besides the 2 he knows about, there's one you haven't revealed yet. Psionic conversion was also gained in the secret realm. So by this calculation, you can only plunder 1 more skill at most. Jiang Han sees your hesitation and quickly gives you the optimal plan. With Soul Spark and the copy ability, you don't lack active attack skills. I suggest you choose Thunder Rage and Furious Thunder Armor. One increases your attack speed, the other boosts your defense. That would make your combat power max out. His advice is precise and professional. But you can only choose one of the 2. You think for a moment and decisively activate Plunder. First, you lock onto Furious Thunder Armor. The moment you obtain the skill, you immediately activate it. Lightning manifests instantly as defensive armor around you. You can clearly feel, even if you took a direct hit from the Thunderstorm Furious Bear, you'd be completely unharmed. You can't help but smile. Finally, you're not fragile anymore. Brat Jiang Han looks at your smug face, then adds, plundered skills will adapt to your level. Your talent is much higher than this bear's. At the same level, with Furious Thunder Armor in your hands, its defense is far greater than if it were his, and it'll grow with you. That's the advantage of growth-type skills compared to fixed-level skills. You're full of gratitude, and immediately bow to your teacher. Thank you for your teachings, Teacher Jiang Han. Brat, what are you waiting for? Take Thunder Rage too. Now you're troubled. It feels like you've reached your plunder cap, but looking at how sincere he is, you still bite the bullet and try to plunder. You were already prepared to fail, but it actually worked. Thunder Rage smoothly entered your skill list. You were dumbfounded on the spot. You tried plundering Thunder Sword Tower as well. That one succeeded too. Did Jiang Han remember wrong? Is there no plunder limit for your ability? You refuse to believe it. So you go for the last one, Thunderstorm Bear Claw, and try to plunder, but this time it failed. Now you're totally confused. What the hell is going on? Jiang Han, off to the side, watched all 3 of your plunders, with 2 successful, and was just as shocked. It's totally different from the results he got last time through personal testing. Completely different, but he quickly recovers. He pats your head while you're deep in thought. Hey kid, show me the lightning power you learned yesterday again. You do so immediately.
Now check.
Is this lightning power belonging to you under your active plunder skill? You check quickly, and sure enough, that's the case. In a flash, you realize you hadn't actively activated your plunder ability before, so you couldn't see this skill category. Now, try the 3 skills you just plundered. See which group they're in. You use them one by one. Delighted to see they're all there on Teacher Jiang Han's list. All under the plunder ability list. Now try Soul Spark. You do as he says, and discover Soul Spark is neither on the plunder list, nor the copy list. Your eyes widen in surprise. Turns out, you misunderstood from the very beginning. Soul Spark and Psionic Conversion are not plundered with your divine hand at all. Jiang Han saw your expression and knew his guess was right. He immediately explained. Normally, awakened people could never learn skills outside their ability system. Your soul spark doesn't belong to the hand of God. There are only two possibilities. Either your hand of God has abilities yet to be awakened, or you awakened a second power by coincidence. Whichever it is, I hope you'll tell me, how did you learn this skill? This child must have gotten an opportunity because of my rebirth's butterfly effect. He obtained something he didn't have in his previous life. In this life, his potential is far greater than before. These two skills are what you and the Qingsu gained from accidentally falling into the divine ascension trap in the secret realm. For these 2 months, you've only leveled up with the hand of God. Your divine ascension ability has made no progress. Jiang Han. In the past, he could help the original owner develop the hand of God to its fullest. Maybe this time, he can also help you develop this second power. After some thought, you decide to confess part of the secret to him. Teacher Jiang Han, the soul spark was something I learned 2 months ago. When little Qingsu and I accidentally stumbled upon a secret realm in Ningxi City, I also learned another skill, called soul force conversion. It allows me to switch freely between soul form and physical form. As I wish, Jiang Han's eyes instantly widened. Show me now. You immediately activate soul force conversion, shifting back and forth between physical and soul form, switching repeatedly. Jiang Han was completely amazed by this mystical power. He was truly stunned. This is the first time he's ever seen a human do something like this. He quickly followed up. Does your little girlfriend, the Qingsu, know these two skills too? No, I was the only one who learned them in the secret realm. He didn't ask for more details, just pondered for a moment, then set a new training plan for you right away. Starting tomorrow morning, our daily courses will include special training for soul power. I have a hunch. This isn't just learning 2 new skills. You've awakened a second power related to the soul. As long as you specifically train this ability, it'll surely grow just like your hand of God. It'll develop alongside you. The first lesson is over. You turn and leave. But after only a few steps, you clearly hear Jiang Han's inner voice, turning from confusion to intense murderous intent. I clearly said I would find a chance to kill this traitor, so as to avoid future trouble. Then why am I teaching him everything I know? Even helping him plan how to train his new powers? Hesitation brings disaster. If you don't act now, there will be problems. Jiang Han, you can't let your feelings take over anymore. Even if I get to live another life.
He's still the traitor who tried to destroy his teacher.
This is the last time I'll teach him. I must kill him tomorrow. You break out in a cold sweat on the spot. Without looking back, you quicken your pace and start running. Only when you are far enough from the Lightning Awakening Center, and make sure he's not following, do you finally dare take a deep breath? Even going to class feels nerve-wracking. It's terrifying. You just catch your breath, then pull out your phone. You first see a voice message from the Qingsu, Tianming, waiting for you outside the South Cafeteria entrance. Don't forget to come. Your mood instantly improves. You quickly reply, I'm done with class. I'll be right there. Then your roommate Chu Yunfei's message pops up. Tianming, wanna have lunch together today? You reply, sorry, I already have plans at noon. Chu Yunfei replies instantly, I get it. Since your girlfriend's looking for you, I won't bother. You reply with an annoyed, get lost. Just as you're about to put your phone away, you get 2 friend requests. The moment you see their notes, your heart skips a beat. They're 2 girls the original owner let down, Feng Lan and Wang Yanran. You hesitate for a second, but accept both requests as you head to the cafeteria. You add them while walking. Right after you accept, Wang Yanran sends an enthusiastic voice message. Hey, freshman, are you free for lunch today? Your upperclassman really misses you. You don't believe a word he's saying. If he were standing in front of you, you'd definitely hear the thoughts of someone who wants to destroy you completely. Then news from Feng Lan arrived too. Tomorrow morning, go to the Bell Arena at the Imperial Daddy Academy. We're both SS level. I want to spar with you. You twitch at the corner of your mouth. This isn't sparring at all. It's clearly just an excuse to legitimately kill you in the arena. You simply replied, I'm not going. I'm going to the cafeteria for lunch. Feng Lan, still unwilling, said to come see her after you eat. Let's spar. You continue to look for excuses to decline. Can't exercise strenuously after lunch. Feng Lan just replied with an ellipsis. Obviously, she's speechless because of your bizarre moves. But she still didn't give up. She sent another message. Which cafeteria are you eating at? North Gate or South Gate? Didn't expect her and the Qingsu to clash immediately upon meeting. So you quickly lied. North Gate cafeteria. Come on over, you replied. Then you put away your phone. Whatever, you didn't even realize. You forgot to answer Senior Wang Yanran's message. Soon, you arrived at the entrance of the South Gate cafeteria. You glanced over the crowd from afar and immediately spotted your clingy little girlfriend, the Qingsu. But there was someone with her you absolutely didn't want to see. Feng Lan, who you thought would have been tricked to the North Gate cafeteria. You instantly got a headache. So this girl, in her previous life, must have been tricked by the original host for experience. Now she won't fall for it at all. But at this point, you have no choice but to walk over. Qingsu, Feng Lan, you're both here, huh? The Qingsu, who was just confronting Feng Lan, heard your voice, and her cold expression instantly lit up with joy. She rushed over in a few quick steps, holding your arm tightly. Brother Tianming, you finally made it. Come on, let's eat lunch. Then she turned and sharply spoke to Feng Lan. Feng Lan, you're not allowed to follow me and Brother Tianming. We're the ones who are dating. As soon as she finished talking, the Qingsu dragged you toward the cafeteria. Feng Lan didn't respond. She only stared intensely at Tianming as you walked past. This guy really hasn't changed since the previous life. Still loves lying and tricking people. Trying to send me to the North Gate to avoid me in this life. I'm not as gullible as before. You heard everything loud and clear. You couldn't help but smile bitterly. Looks like all the trouble the original host caused now falls on you, the transmigrator. After entering the cafeteria, the thing you worried about most still happened. Feng Lan completely ignored the Qingsu's warning, brought her tray and sat directly across from you. Their eyes met immediately. Considering what happened yesterday, the Qingsu was already full of hostility toward Feng Lan. She exploded right on the spot. Feng Lan, are you crazy or something? Why do you keep staring at my boyfriend? Because Tianming is my boyfriend. Feng Lan's tone was incredibly calm, but it made the Qingsu's blood pressure spike. Surrounded by students having lunch, you really didn't want the two of them to start fighting. So you hardly held back the Qingsu to smooth things over. Qingsu, Feng Lan, she just loves to joke around. Don't take it seriously. Whatever you do, don't start anything here. The Qingsu, held back by you, could only shoot a fierce glare at Feng Lan and buried herself in her food. But Feng Lan stayed calm as ever and looked up at you. Tianming, after lunch. Don't forget we're going to spar at Maplewood Arena. You already guessed she came for this. Given the situation, if you don't agree, she pester you forever. Even though you're nervous, worried she'd try to kill her husband during the sparring, you still agreed. Alright, but let's set the ground rules first. Just a friendly match. No risking your life over a win or loss. Meanwhile, your roommate Chu Yunfei was making his way to the cafeteria all alone. Watching all the couples on campus was making him extremely jealous. He walked in and ran straight into your table. You were surrounded by two stunning girls, one constantly serving you food and showing affection, the other staring at you with a blank expression, not letting go. He instantly recognized the Qingsu and Feng Lan. Remembering the senior who came to confess to you last night, he gave you a thumbs up from afar right there, silently marveling at your insane luck with women. He didn't dare come over to interrupt. At the table, the Qingsu was piling food onto your plate, sometimes even grabbing from your plate, eager to show off intimacy in every way. She was completely focused on competing with Feng Lan. As long as I'm good to Brother Tianming, there's no way that fox can lure him away. If you want to steal my boyfriend, you're not even close. You heard her inner thoughts and couldn't help but laugh and cry, but you didn't expose her intentions. As for Feng Lan, after agreeing on the sparring, she quietly ate her lunch the whole time, barely thinking about anything else. Until you all were almost done eating, you finally heard a rare thought from her. Time to head to Maplewood Arena with Tianming. The next second, she looked at Tianming. Let's go to the Bell Arena. The Qingsu immediately tightened her grip on you, her face determined. Brother Tianming, I'm going with you. But deep down she was plotting, Hopefully Brother Tianming gives this crazy girl a lesson, so she won't try to steal him again. You listened to her thoughts, and tried not to laugh as you led them both to the arena. As soon as you set foot in the open-air ballerina, all the students nearby looked your way. Soon, someone recognized all of you as new students. Li Weier's SS-level direct admission students Lin Tianming and Feng Lan. The news spread like wildfire. Before long, the whole arena was packed with spectators, all there to watch the match. Outside the arena, the Qingsu was completely confident in you. She's a reincarnator. She knows you took the chance that was supposed to be hers. Plus her training guidance. Her strength should be far above her peers. There's no way you could lose to Feng Lan. But only you know. The Qingsu isn't the only reincarnator. The Feng Lan in front of you came back with her memories of becoming a legend in her past life. A reborn goddess of the previous era. Now, just like you, she's already level 15. Not a normal freshman at all. Nervous, you thought? Then heard Feng Lan's thoughts. Last life at the freshman sparring. I lost to him. But this time, even if you made it to level 15 too, there's no way you're a match for someone with the legend's power from my past life. For my father, I won't let you kill me in this life. Tianming, don't blame me for going all out. Today, let's settle this once and for all. You sucked in your breath. This girl truly wants to use this sparring to kill you. You instantly pushed all stray thoughts aside. Ready for battle? A gust of wind rose around Feng Lan. Her exclusive wind domain fully activated. She's not holding back at all. You know in your heart, this will be your toughest fight, since you awakened your powers. Tianming, you didn't copy Miss Jiang Han's transcendence level. Forbidden spells, did you? Right before the match, Feng Lan suddenly asked that question. Your mind suddenly exploded. Your divine hand copying ability is messed up. You used up all your uses during this morning's class. Now you're still in the 12-hour cooldown. At this moment, accepting this duel is no different from suicide. A real man knows when to bend or stand firm. Better run for now. As Feng Lan looks at you, confused, you suddenly clutch your stomach. You pull out your old trick. Hey, Feng Lan, my stomach hurts suddenly. I just finished eating. I really can't do intense exercise right now. How about we battle again next time? But Feng Man's confusion instantly disappears. She charges straight at you. I can't let you get away. Next time doesn't exist. I'm afraid if I wait any longer, I'll never be able to bring myself to do it. If I'm going to kill you, it has to be settled today. Watching Feng Man charge at you full of murderous intent, you curse inside. This girl is totally nuts. She won't even give you a chance to fake being sick. Outside the arena, the Qingsu is still cheering you on loudly. But her thoughts are getting darker and darker. Brother Tianming, what are you waiting for? Copy her ability?
Hit her.
Could it be this vixen has bewitched you? And now you can't bring yourself to attack. If you really dare betray me, I can only kill you for being heartless. No more problems ever again. You feel like you're doomed. There's a crazy woman inside the arena trying to kill you, and an outside girlfriend who could go dark at any moment. All messes left by the original body. Feng Lan attacks with her sword right in front of you. You quickly dodge to create distance, but her speed is ridiculously fast. She catches up instantly. Wind sword strike. Her wind sword buzzes sharply. The fierce wind wraps up a deadly aura and instantly blocks all your escape routes. This attack could wipe out any ability user of the same level. Feng Lan promised to keep it light, but you're fighting her with everything you've got. You shout and instantly activate spirit conversion. Your body becomes a non-corporeal spirit, easily dodging this fatal blow. You reform your physical body in a safe zone. I never saw Tianming use this in my past life. A look of shock flashes in Feng Lan's eyes, but she quickly adjusts and launches another fierce attack at you. She's convinced your copied skill can only be used once, but she doesn't know. This isn't a copied skill at all. Over the next period of time, you rely on spirit conversion and keep dodging her furious attacks with ease, trying to wear her down until she gives up. But the Qingsu outside just can't sit still anymore, watching you only dodge and never strike. Her thoughts grow more and more extreme. He really is soft-hearted? He's totally been bewitched by that vixen. Am I doomed to repeat the same tragedy? Abandoned after being loved, parents dying horribly. It's destiny for him to destroy me. But I'll defy fate. Your brain is about to burst, dealing with Feng Lan's relentless assault, and also guarding against your girlfriend going dark outside. It's a total mess. As time passes, Feng Lan's actions clearly become more reckless. You try to persuade Feng Lan again. I can't hit you. And you can't hit me. You're already exhausted. Let's call it a day. Who says I can't hit you? Feng Lan's eyes turn cold. All those attacks just now were not a waste of effort. She was actually probing for weaknesses in your move. Now she's found a way to break it. If I hadn't reincarnated, I'd have no way against this skill. But last life I became a goddess of the divine realm. I figured this out long ago. It's a soul power skill you're using. Sealing soul mirror. You hear her thoughts, and your pupils suddenly contract. The next second, your spirit form is forcibly gathered into your physical body. Spirit conversion is instantly sealed off. Feng Lan's wind sword strike is already coming at you. My soul sealing mirror is specially designed to counter soul abilities. You have nowhere to run. Taniming and Feng Lan's eyes reveal determination. You can see Feng Lan getting closer, but his body can't stop trembling. In the end, he couldn't bear it and closed his eyes. It's over, Tianming. I'm sorry, but for my parents' sake, I have to kill you. Just as Feng Lan thought you were done for, a wild burst of lightning crashed down from the sky. It turned into a lightning waterfall and blasted him far away, instantly shattering his wind sword strike. Feng Lan abruptly opened his eyes. He saw you standing there completely unharmed, smiling at him. Feng Lan, I don't think you actually wanted to fight me. How about we call it a draw? Only then did he snap out of it, still in awe of Zhang Han's lightning power. But he only hesitated for a moment, then charged at you again. There's no way he'll stop until there's a winner. He absolutely won't back down. Now you've also realized, unless you beat him into submission, this just won't end. You take the initiative to attack his mind. Feng Lan, I saw you just now. When your wind sword strike was about to hit me, you couldn't bear to look and closed your eyes. Were you afraid to hurt me? That one sentence makes Feng Lan's charging body suddenly freeze.
His mind is thrown into chaos.
He can't even speak coherently. Now's the time. You seize the fleeting opportunity and unleash Soul Spark. The soul condensed spark strikes directly at his spirit. He instantly feels a stabbing pain in his soul. Feng Lan regains his senses, furiously dispersing the soul spark, cursing you in his mind for being so sneaky, and finally resolves to fight you to the death. You won't give him another chance. You conjure up a wall of lightning to block him. Feng Lan immediately uses Wind Shadow Step to phase through the wall. At close range, he attacks you with both Wind Sword Strike and Wind Soul Mirror, completely cutting off all your escape routes and dodging possibilities. But he never expected you had another trick up your sleeve. Crackling lightning bursts out around you, forming a shield of electricity, blocking all his wind blades head-on. That's the rage lightning armor of the Thunder Fury Bear. How could you already know this move? Feng Lan is in utter shock. In your past life, you didn't learn this skill until much later. But the real shock is still to come. You immediately activate Thunder Frenzy. Your speed and attack power skyrocket instantly. Right after that, you launch a Soul Spark Enhance skill again. Even faster this time, and much more powerful. It directly sends his soul spinning, making him dizzy and lightheaded. Before he can recover, you unleash your strongest killer move, Thunder Trample. A wild surge of lightning sweeps across the ground and hits Feng Lan dead on before he can dodge. Under the terrifying electric shock, Feng Lan lets out a pained scream. He flies backward like a broken kite, crashing heavily to the ground. His consciousness grows dimmer and dimmer, staring at you as you walk toward him. Past moments of love and betrayal with you flash wildly through his mind. Finally, nothing remains but endless resentment. After all, he got a second chance at life, yet he's still defeated by you. Am I doomed to repeat myself and fall for you again? Only to get hurt all over again. Just before his mind went completely black, he saw you bend down and pull his powerless body into your arms. Even this is just like last time? Feng Lan loses consciousness completely. After defeating Feng Lan, you finally let out a sigh of relief. This battle was full of dangers. You almost used up all your strength. You cradle the unconscious Feng Lan. And look at the Qingsu outside the arena. Qingsu, come with me and help take Feng Lan to the infirmary. The Qingsu, who had been sulking, saw you knock Feng Lan out cold, and instantly calmed down, silently strategizing her own approach in her mind. I really did misunderstand Tianming before. If he actually liked Feng Lan, how could he beat him up this badly? He's still all about me. She immediately jogs over to you, acting all sweet and cute. Tianming, you were amazing. That's exactly how you should deal with that foxy homewrecker. You watch as she switches faces instantly, and can't help but laugh and cry at the same time. At least you can finally breathe easy. The Qingsu's descent into darkness is at least temporarily avoided. You carry Feng Lan and head to the infirmary with the Qingsu. The school doctor is already used to these sparring injuries. Nothing phases him anymore. He immediately checks and treats Feng Lan. You quickly ask the teacher, how badly is Feng Lan hurt? It's nothing serious. She just used up too much energy. She'd be fine after sleeping it off. Hearing that, you finally feel relieved. You leave Feng Lan in the nurse's care, then take the Qingsu and leave the infirmary. Just as you reach the hallway, you hear a pig-like scream coming from inside the infirmary next door, along with a boy and girl's argument. You go check it out and run right into Wang Jian, the guy you beat up yesterday. He's getting treated with a bruised and swollen face. Standing next to him is Senior Wang Yanran, who also visited you last night. Wanting to avoid attracting more attention, you quickly drag the Qingsu away. Meanwhile, the video of your SS-level freshman showdown with Feng Lan has already gone viral all over the imperial capital. It's spreading wildly among the academy students. Even the first-year students visiting from North Sound, including that silver-haired girl, Alice, are sitting on benches, watching the video over and over again, with her bright, watery eyes glued to you in the footage. Turns out you made quite a name for yourself right after starting school. I thought you wouldn't stand out until the Global Academy tournament. Guess I underestimated you, huh? But now's not the time for us to settle things. This time, I have something even more important to do in Kyushu. I have to become even stronger than I was before. Just then, a voice interrupted her thoughts. Miss Alice, we've located the mech's secret realm, just like you expected. It's in a tiny out-of-the-way town north of the imperial capital. Alice put away her phone, crunched her lollipop, and precisely tossed the stick into the trash. She stood up slowly, determination shining in her eyes. Get ready. We're heading out tonight under the cover of dark.